Louisiana beer reviews. The Reverend Green West Coast Double India Pale Ale with Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe. So 3 types of hops. Got this kind of like foil Christmas wrapping paper, Christmas present wrapping paper, paper label over a painted black can. Aluminum can painted black. Brewed and canned in Bedford, Texas by Turning Point Beer. According to Turning Point Beer website, their website, they started in 2018. This is located up there in kind of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Never heard of this company before, and I saw this at Mathern's. Showed up in the past week, I guess, because they got a lot of new craft beers in the past week. And there's a couple of video reviews for this. Okay, you can see where the paint's coming off here. All right. Beer Advocate doesn't have enough check-ins to give it an average. Rate Beer has a few, enough to give it an 84 out of 100. But in the style, they give it like a 50 or some bad score like that. So they say overall it's really good, and the style is trash. So yeah, on Untapped's giving it 77 out of 100. There's no date on the can, guys. You know, that's horse hockey. That chaps my chapstick. I think they should put the damn date, but they don't. $3.99 for a can. That's $15.96 for a 4-pack. That's your prices these days. Okay, so they have the biggest selection of craft beer in the river parishes. All right, Mathern's Market. Winn-Dixie has some. Not gonna say they don't. Walmart has some. Cash Saver does. Some of the convenience stores, they do as well. But as far as an overall one-stop selection, you would go to Mathern's for that. Same thing with bourbon. Tremendous collection. They have big sales and events and all of that. Tastings even. Thick, off-white head, and a, well, it's semi-clear. It's hazing up so much from the cold condensation, you can't tell. It's definitely translucent. Sediment, I would not say so. Now, if I was sitting outside in bright light, which we don't have today, I might pick up some little fine particulate matter. You get that with a Miller Lite, a Milwaukee's Best Light, really. But there's only so much filtering you can accomplish. So, here we go. Pungent, piney hop resins. Nice. Reminds me of the good old days. Let's go with the taste. And white bread crust too. Oh, you get that too. Bright hops. It's a bright beer. Some beers are downbeat and others are upbeat. I said that before. Upbeat. This is an upbeat beer, right? Don't know the bitterness units. They don't say on the website. Just say 8%. They don't say much about the beer. Their website is, there's not much to it. It's just mostly text, and it's saying we started in 2018. We had this dream to have a craft brewery. You know, same old story. Not to say that's a bad story, but they just basically say what the can says. West Coast IPA with these 3 hop varieties. They make a lot of hazies though, a lot of those. And I didn't go through their whole portfolio. It was pretty extensive. And I think we got more than just this over here. So I'd like to check them out if it's not too cost prohibitive. I mean, some of these singles would be like $6.99. It gets a little too much for me. I mean, I paid $11.99 for the 500 milliliter bottle of Goose Island Bourbon County Stout 2022. Bought a second bottle for a duo review. Third bottle for a gift, I think. And then the fourth, they had dropped them down to $9.99 because they weren't selling. So I bought one of those remainders. But I'm not commonly out there paying that kind of money for singles. To me, the international bitterness units on this seem to be around 70 or 80. Seems high. It's bitter, but not in a harsh, off-putting way. It's riding along with the ABV. So the bitterness scale, it's 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 hop cones. It's pretty strong. It's going to build. These things build as you sip on them. Sweetness, 2.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Not particularly sweet. High, medium, nearly heavy bodied. So definitely full bodied, nearly heavy bodied, and a dry finish. It would be sticky on your fingers if you got it. So on there. So they're making a classic West Coast style. Oh, this is from a Gulf Coast state. The beginning of the Old West, you know, Texas, in Louisiana, across the Sabine River. Now you're out west. The Old West. And it used to be nicer when you cross and get to the visitor center, which is immediately over the bridge, because they had the historic flags of Texas. They would show the flags of each government that ruled over Texas over the years. That was very interesting. Now it's just a bunch of American, 6 American U.S. flags. The governor, Abbott, ordered those taken down. He must be short-sighted and not believe in history and tradition. Something like that. That's the only good explanation, because those flags should have stayed. But that being said, I don't know what the Reverend Green's got to do with anything, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what their focus is on that, but I know that the beer is very nice. Not the best DIPA I've ever had. Torpedo Extra IPA is fabulous. I still see it, not commonly. Did see some fresh ones though recently. Woo. Yeah, it's super bitter though. If you're not into bitterness, avoid this, because you will definitely hate it. If you're into the hazy, sweet, fruity IPAs, more that fruit oriented, yeah, this is definitely not going to appeal to you. Assuredly not. But if you like the older 10, 12 years ago style, this is going to be a real winner. I wouldn't say 84 though. I'll say 94. 9.4 out of 10. A most excellent product. Now it's making me want to try their other things there. So it's a good 7 or 8 hours from here to that town, Bedford, Texas. Got to go from here to Baton Rouge, then Alexandria, Louisiana, then Shreveport. West from Shreveport, I can take United States Highway 80 or the newer Interstate 20, but both of them will go straight to Dallas. And then I'll have to find some other highway that branches off of Interstate 20 up to Bedford. But it would be nice to take a brewery / distillery tour of Texas one day. I think that would be nice. They have a lot of them out there these days. Western Sun is in that area. They do the vodkas. Yes. So 9.4 out of 10, a most excellent product, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Bedford, Texas, and take a brewery tour.